YouTube, it's Satch. Welcome to Driver 81. Thank you very much for joining me in the cockpit of this Porsche 911 997 Carrera 4S. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a quick demonstration and review on these two new diagnostic tools by ICarsoft. One is called the ICarsoft POR V1.0. So it's version 1.0, and this is the ICarsoft POR version 2.0, so V2.0. Now they're both handheld tools. They both plug directly into the diagnostic port into the vehicle. They are quite well advanced. They're not as advanced as, say, for example, the Durometric kit. That will obviously do coding. This does not do coding. The main tasks and jobs that this can carry out will be things like, diagnosing airbag lights, ABS warning lights, traction, check engine lights, transmission warning lights, reset the service warning lights, things like that. Things that require you to actually try and diagnose a fault rather than set up the vehicle. So we'll get into it. We'll plug them in first of all. We'll plug in the version 1.0 first of all. There are a few differences obviously between these two kits. There's not much, to be honest with you. I'll run through them now just so you've got a good idea. This one is obviously going to be the cheaper one, the version 1.0, because it has less features. So this will allow you to diagnose most of the systems within the vehicle. So it's going to allow you to diagnose the engine, the airbags, the ABS, the transmission. It will do oil service resets as well. Obviously, it will also do live data. It'll do battery voltage tests, and a few other things like alarm systems, central locking systems. But that obviously all depends on which vehicle you're actually sitting in. So it has different options for different vehicles. So it's worth double checking. One thing I forgot to say as well is that I'm going to put links to both of these kits in the description and in the comments box below. So if you've got any questions about these, take a look at the listing first of all. If not, contact Diagnostic World and they will be able to answer your questions a little bit easier. So this one is the version 2.0. Now this covers everything that this does, but it has a few additional features as well. Now it all really depends on the vehicle that you have as to whether this is going to be suitable for your needs or not, because this covers a few more systems. So this does the electronic parking brake. So it allows you to, if the vehicle has the electronic parking brake fitted, it'll allow you to open and close the calipers and change your brake pads as necessary in a safe way, of course. It'll also do DPF regeneration and DPF reset. So if you've got maybe a Cayenne or a Macan diesel, which has the diesel particulate filter, and you need to do a regeneration or a reset, this will be the kit to go for. They'll also be introducing, at the time of making this video, they're introducing the, what do they call it? Well, the brake bleeding, the software to do a brake bleed, basically. It doesn't have it at the moment, but it will be rolled out in the next few months. So if you're watching this video a year down the line, then the chances are it's probably already on the software's already on the kit. But we'll get into them, and we'll take a look and we'll have a look at the screens and see if we can diagnose a fault. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, I'm going to simulate an airbag light on this vehicle. So I'm just going to basically unclip the connections underneath the seat to make sure that the kit will do as it's supposed to do. So hopefully we'll have a look at it actually diagnosing a fault code and then resetting a fault code and resetting a warning light on the dashboard. So let's take a closer look at the kit now. Alright, so let's unbox the kit now. It is obviously available at Diagnostic World, www.diagnostic-world.com. So we'll open the box up and we'll have a look, see what's inside. It's got a nice carry case, zip, and we are instantly presented with a kind of paper manual, not so much as a sort of a complex detailed manual, but I guess it's just a sort of a start-up and how to actually update your scanner guide. This is the tool itself. Notice the difference between the POR 1 and the POR 2. I mean, you'll see it when I come to that in any case, but this one is more of a rectangular shape and this one is more sort of an upright. But anyways, so that's the tool. So we plug the connection lead in there. So you've got information, serial number on the back, and there will be a slot there. The card will automatically be in the actual unit. and that's for connecting to a PC. So I'm just going to get out the cable here now, just unravel this, because we're going to plug this into the diagnostic port. The diagnostic port on this vehicle is actually on the passenger side, so it's under the passenger's footwell. If you're in a left-hand drive car, it may well be under the driver's footwell. So I'm going to try and, well, I'm not going to try and break my neck, but I'm going to potentially break my neck while trying to plug this in. Right, there we go. It's plugged in now. Okay, actually what I haven't done, first of all, is I haven't actually triggered the airbag light, so I'm going to do that now, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, back now, and as you can see, we have the ignition on, the engine is running, and we've got the airbag light on the dashboard here. So we're going to have a quick look at the tool to see if we can actually diagnose and reset that with this tool. First of all, you've got the options on the menu here. You've got diagnostics, oil reset, a bit of battery voltage. This here is an option which will allow you to diagnose and check engine fault codes on any other vehicle, so long as it's OBD2 compliant. OBD2 compliant generally in the UK is petrol cars from 2001 onwards or diesel cars from 2004 onwards. So check with your manufacturer, because sometimes they are earlier than those dates, but generally it's 2001 and 2004, the two dates. So we're going to click into diagnostics here, and then just select, scroll through it until you get a selection of vehicles. So we've got 1 of 15. So what I'll do is I'll just run through them quickly. So it's a 911, 996. Now, previous ICarsoft products have never been able to diagnose the airbags and ABS in the 996 and 986. This kit does, so please have confidence in that. I've tried and I've tested it. 991, 911, 996, 997, which is what we're in now, so I'll come back to that in a moment. If anybody is lucky enough to have a Carrera GT, then there you go. GT2, GT3, Boxster 981, 982. It's on here as 982. I suspect that will change soon. It's actually the 718, so have confidence that the 718 is covered. 986 again, it covers airbags and ABS when previous generations didn't. Boxster 987, Cayman, so that will be the 987, the 987, the 981, and the 718. Cayenne, Panamera, and Macan. I've tried a Macan 2018 model Porsche Macan, and it works fine. So you can assume that this works on pretty much everything from the Boxster era to present day 2018. So we'll go back into 911, 997. Click onto manual, and we're going to go in and select the option we want to, which is the it's a POSIP, POSIP, Porsche Supplemental Impact Protection. That is what they call the airbag system. So we'll click onto enter, click onto read DTCs, and we're getting 1 of 3. So what does it say? 800C, state current, driver thorax airbag above upper limit. Go to the next one. Communication, PSM control unit drive, and 8053, driver belt buckle short circuit to B. So that's an example of the codes you're going to get. What generally would advise you to do, unless it's obviously clear, then just put these codes into a Google search engine, and honestly you will not be the only person that has actually had these faults. So these faults will be happening to users all over the world. They'll do the same thing. They'll put it into Google and they'll comment on what faults they had and how they fixed it. So I'm absolutely 100% sure that you can put these codes into Google and it will tell you that it's a connection underneath the driver's seat, which is exactly what I unplugged. So we know what it is. I've actually unplugged it and put it straight back in, but the airbag light is still on. We need to use the kit to actually reset it. So I'll go clear DTC. Fault code and freeze data information will be erased. Are you sure? I'll click OK. And watch the airbag light. Operation done. So airbag light is still on. Don't worry about that, because we need to just come out of the system. Depending on the vehicle, you may actually need to just simply turn the engine off and turn it back on. Sometimes if you wait 10-15 seconds, it'll automatically go off. So what I'll do is I'll just turn the engine off, pull the key out, and then switch it back on. And there you see the airbag light has gone out. So yeah, I mean, I only touched on the airbag system there, but let's go back in and show you which of the modules it'll cover. So the DME is the digital engine electronics, so that's the engine, that's the Tiptronic or the PDK. It also covers the PDK on whatever vehicle has the PDK. PSM, that's the stability management or the ABS system. We've just done the posip, which is the airbags, instrument cluster, air conditioning, gateway, Porsche access system, Porsche active suspension management, that's PASM, Porsche traction management, vehicle electric system, steering column switch, front end electronics, rear end electronics, driver's door, passenger door, driver's memory seat, advanced weight system, park assistant, tyre pressure monitor. Additional instrument watch, I guess that's the sport chrono, convertible top and the sunroof. So that's just a snapshot of what the tool can do on this particular vehicle. Obviously you've got the oil reset, so you can reset the oil services and do the voltage check, and then a few other options on the tool which you don't really need to look into. You can go into the setup and you can do things like turn the beeper off on the actual tool. So buzzer, you can go off, and then you can use the tool, which might be a little bit more user friendly. Okay, so that's the version 1.0 kit. Now I'm going to go into the version 2.0 kit, just like that. And here it is, the POR version 2.0. So you can see I'm holding this a different way now. It has a few extra buttons on it. We're still in the same car, obviously. The airbag light has been ignited because I've unclipped the connection again. So I'm going to do exactly the same again, but I'm also going to show you a few different features that this one has. So if we click into Diagnostics, need to select our vehicle again, 997 manual. So we'll go in and we'll just get this cleared. Well, I'll show you the code again. Same again there. So clear DTCs, F1 to cancel, F2 okay. Erase operation done, that's fine. So we'll come back, and then we can go into what they have as service menu here. And this gives you a whole load of new features. So you got oil reset, which obviously we had on the version 1.0. Obviously that'll go off in a moment. I'll show you that going off, don't worry. Electronic parking brake. You've got BMS, so you've got battery management system. So on some of the newer vehicles, you are required to actually allow the vehicle to accept the new battery. So you need to register the new battery within that vehicle, otherwise it won't charge correctly. So that is if you need to add a new battery. You've got your throttle, steering angle sensor and diesel particulate filter. Now obviously it all depends on the vehicle that you're in as to whether some of these options will work for you or not. But it's a good option to have, and it's maybe, you know, there's generally about £50 difference between the version 1 and the version 2, so it's worth having if you do have a vehicle which has, say, a DPF system fitted or electronic parking brake. It's worth probably going for this one because you're always going to have it covered. So that's the main difference. As I say, I mean, it's, you know, it's a nice handheld unit, this one. They both feel very sturdy, they both feel very well made, they're both a quality product. Free updates on these kits for life, so for both of these kits you get free updates, and when new vehicles are introduced onto the market, then the software will be developed and you will be allowed to update your unit and then put the new software in the unit itself. But I've only really touched on the surface. I'm conscious that I'm taking up a lot of your time here, and I just wanted this to be just a sort of a general run through of the two products here, side by side. So they're both excellent kits. All depends on your needs. As I say, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask these guys at Diagnostic World. These are the ones to speak to. www.diagnostic-world.com. You can put comments in the box below if you wish, but it's better. I mean, I probably won't be able to sort of reply to these and answer any questions, but if you speak to these guys, they will. Anything else I've missed off? Not that I can think of, but I'm sure you guys will think of something. So thanks for watching. I hope it's been useful for you. I hope it's helped you in making a decision in which diagnostic tool to buy. With regards to other diagnostic tools which are on the market, the version 1 generally will be replacing the i960 kit, the version 2 will be replacing the POR 2 kit, and obviously there is also a Durometric kit which obviously costs probably double the price of this kit here, but you do get a few extra features, but it all really depends on whether you'd actually get any use out of those features for your specific vehicle. Something to consider and have a think about yourself. But that's it from me now. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope this helps and I hope you found it useful. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Sorry, one more thing. I forgot to show you the airbag light going off. I'm just going to turn the engine off, put the key back in, start the engine, and the airbag light has gone off there. Thanks for watching. One thing I also forgot to mention is that once I get to 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away my Porsche Boxster 986. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do. It's such an incentive because I'm going to be giving that car away to one of the subscribers. It's a great little car. I'll be doing a review on the giveaway, an update on the giveaway very soon. Thanks again. See you next time.